Welcome, Cancer, to the month of April 2017. I'm Megan of North Star Astrology, and I am back. I needed a much-needed break, and I'm very happy to be back. But after the incident that I had at my bank's ATM, yeah, let's just say I'll leave it at that. So, the month starts out with your ruling illuminary, or planet, if you will, in a full moon in your natural house of the fourth house of the home, Cancer. Oh, and by the way, this is for those with your, those of you born with your sun, moon, and or rising sign. But anyhow, there is a full moon illuminating your fourth house of the home at 11 minutes 23 seconds into the, at 22 hours 58 minutes on April 1st. Oh, and happy belated Easter. Then on April 22nd, it is at 11 minutes 23 seconds, which then opposes the sun, which is why it's called an opposition, when the sun and the moon, when it's full, opposes at a 180-degree angle. And so you're ruling station this month starts out in your fourth house of the home, and meanwhile everybody's been affected by Mercury retrograde. Right now I especially am, until it goes eventually direct on April 15th. Anywho, there is a opposition from the moon to the planet Uranus in your 10th house of career and the ego and public standing. And that's going to highlight maybe in a challenging but yet inspiring motivational way for you to start speaking up and coming out of your shell. And then on April 3rd, the moon conjuncts Jupiter in your fifth house of romance and creativity, highlighting or illuminating, big time romance. Or if you're very, very much creative, as you are a sensitive water sign, then you could very well create something like a water fountain, if that's what you're into. Then on April 6th, by the way, I really want to get myself a water fountain. On April 6th, the moon then goes into your sixth house of work and service given and health, which then trines Uranus. So we got 6th to the 10th house. So you will be able to most definitely ask for a promotion or a raise because of this harmonious 120-degree trine. And then on April 9th, the moon goes into your 7th house of relationships and others and business partners, along with Mars, Pluto, and Saturn, making everything concrete in relations with others, and squares Uranus, so 7th to the 10th house. So here's when you can challenge yourself to highlight that which matters to you, since this moon is squaring the sun and all other planets, but still be mindful of that Mercury retrograde. And then on April 11th, the moon goes into your 8th house and sextiles Uranus. And so here you can ask for a loan, a higher position in your career, and then oh, I keep forgetting that there is a last quarter moon in Capricorn in your 7th house on April 8th, which squares things up, and with all other business-related things. I keep forgetting to include the last quarter moon. I don't know why. Again, Mercury retrograde. Okay, then on April 16th, the moon goes into its new state. April 16th. Okay, on April 15th, that Mercury goes direct. Yay! Okay, so keep this in mind now that you have your ruling planet going new just after Mercury goes direct in the 10th house of career. You now have the ability to really go within, but yet come without, and start new enterprising endeavors. Seems like your career house is really highlighted this month of April. And then because of that conjunction with the new moon and Uranus, it brings all things electronic into like anything digital maybe into play. And then on April 17th, the moon conjuncts Venus, and in your 11th house of friendships in Taurus, at 12 midnight or thereafter, and you will really love emotionally being with your friends, and there's nothing else here. Hang on. Okay, then on April 20th, the moon sextiles Uranus up here with the sun highlighting, still highlighting your career, but house, but here we go again, where here is where you can truly go within yourself, but not in a negative sense, in a healing sense. Seek spiritual understanding and tap into your subconscious mind. Use the perhaps the law of attraction to illuminate any sort of spiritual action toward mentally and emotionally toward anything that's been bothering you. And let's see, then on April 24th, the moon, or wait a minute, the moon goes into, last quarter moon. The last quarter moon goes into your first house in your sign, Cancers. Highlighting yourself and the body. And let's see. Which then squares Uranus again, or at least this time of the month here. And here we see again an obstacle to be overcome, but an ability to tie up loose ends, end things. Maybe you're going to start a different career. And then on or before long, the moon goes into your second house of money. And then trines Uranus, going from a fire sign to a fire sign here. We've got a pleasant trine. So here again, with that north node of your moon, which is a nice karmic setting or placement for Leo to be in, or I mean the north node of the moon to be in Leo, along with the moon, this trine is an excellent time to, since it's that waning or progressing last quarter, that should be wrapping up last minute projects at your work or career. Then on, let's see, April 26th, the moon in your third goes into your third house of communications of your third house then end up trining your seventh house of business partners again and relationships. So now your ruling planet trines Mars, Saturn, and Pluto, really once again harmoniously highlighting this sector of your life and aspecting all communications with your significant other, concretely, aggressively, and assertively with business partners, but maybe passionately with your significant other, asking someone to marry you. And then April 29th, the moon goes into your, once again, comes back into your naturally residing fourth house of the home, and once again opposes all other planets, only this time Mercury is now direct, and the moon is full at 7 minutes 13 seconds, and there we have it. And now I truly hope that you have enjoyed this reading, Cancerians, and if you did, please feel free to like, comment, and or subscribe, giving it a thumbs up. And I hope you did have, I'm wishing you a happy belated Easter, because obviously I was not doing well financially and otherwise, health-wise especially. And so now that I'm doing better and spring has sprung, see, I deal with chronic conditions and so I'm better now. And I'm vegan, so I've really taken care of my health immensely, and it's really paying off. So I am so fortunate and grateful that you could be here watching this with me too. And thank you so much. and I'll see you next month.